So children, last class we were discussing about the diseases related to the food habits and lifestyle. I hope you remember that. Okay, we learnt about obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, and we also learnt about, where did we stop children last class, till where we saw, till which disease? You remember? Yes, night blindness. Very good. Very good, Dheeraj. You're correct. So, okay. Obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure and anemia are the diseases related to our lifestyle. You know what I mean by lifestyle. Okay, lifestyle means our daily activities. At what time we go to bed, at what time we wake up, and what time, how many times we spend in physical activities. Okay, so all this comes under our lifestyle and food habits. So these four are the main diseases or main body conditions which affects our health, which related to our lifestyle and food habits. Then we learnt about the few deficiency diseases, vitamin and mineral deficiency diseases. Okay, yeah, some common deficiency diseases we learned. In that, we learnt about, pronounce the name, everybody try to pronounce it. Kwashiorkor. Kwashiorkor. Okay, first we learnt about Kwashiorkor. Okay, Kwashiorkor. This causes due to the deficiency of proteins, fat and carbohydrate, and you know the symptoms and the diet we should have to overcome this body condition. Okay, and next disease we learnt about, so look at the picture. This one we already saw. A person who is affected with Kwashiorkor will look like this. Okay, they will have swollen stomach, weak bones, very thin legs and arms, swollen ankle. Okay, next we learnt about marasmus. Marasmus is a deficiency of proteins and carbohydrates. If you add fat to it, it becomes Kwashiorkor. Okay, wait a minute, children. Okay, marasmus is a disease caused due to the deficiency of proteins and carbohydrates. What are the symptoms for this? Weight loss, poor muscles, anemia, shrunken eyes, loose and dry skin, consistent thirst. Okay, now children, marasmus and Kwashiorkor looks similar, but the difference is the people who are affected by Kwashiorkor will have swollen stomach, whereas marasmus, they'll be very thin. They will not have a swollen stomach. This is the major difference. Next we learnt about night blindness. Night blindness, you should not forget, it is caused due to the deficiency of vitamin A. Everybody tell after me, vitamin A. Vitamin A. Okay, if vitamin A is not in your body, then you will have this night blindness. Okay, vitamin A is good for our eyes. Okay, and you know the symptoms. Night blindness means what? Poor vision in the dim light. Okay, and the diet for this is green leafy vegetables, carrots, mangoes, milk, butter and egg yolk. If you have all this, you can improve vitamin A in your body. Okay, so till this we learned in the last class. In today's class we will learn about beriberi. Nice name, right? Beriberi. Okay, everybody say this name, beriberi. This caused due to the deficiency of vitamin B1. For you to remember, I'm telling you, berry starts with B, no? So deficiency is vitamin B1. Berry, don't forget, okay? Don't get confused. Berry starts with the letter B, so it is deficiency of vitamin B1. B1, okay? Symptoms: weight loss, weakness, weak muscles, and irregular heartbeat. What are the symptoms? Everybody say it. Weight loss, weakness, weak muscles, and irregular heartbeat. What you mean by irregular heartbeat? Our body has average human pulse rate, okay, is 72 to 80. Normal healthy person average heartbeat is 72 to 80 beats per minute. But the people who are affected with beriberi, they will not have a regular heartbeat. Sometimes it will reduce to 60, sometimes it can increase. Okay, they will not have the regular heartbeat. Sometimes it will beat fast, sometimes it will beat slow. Okay, and diet to improve this vitamin B1 in your body are beans, meat, fish, whole grains, nuts, milk, and vegetables. So these are the food items that are rich in vitamin B1. Okay, so vitamin B1 is necessary for you. If vitamin B1 is not there in your body, you will become very weak, weight loss, and irregular heartbeat, because it will weak the cardiac muscles also. So irregular heartbeat. Sai Pratyush has doubt. Yes, Sai Pratyush, you can come to the queue. Yes, Sai Pratyush, what's your doubt? Yes.
Ma'am, you sent an internal assessment, no, ma'am. Should we did you, I thought, by mistakenly you put 24th August as due date. Is it really 24th August as due date, ma'am?
Yes, 24th August only. Why?
Okay, ma'am.
24th August for the video. Check the internal sheet, my dear. Children, for the role play as doctor,
okay,
the last date is 24 only, right? From the internal assessment only, I gave that date. For the hind limbs and forelimbs, it is this Monday, 10th of August. That is over. For the second activity is 24th of August. And Sai Pratyush, you cannot ask this general doubt in between the class. I thought you have some doubt related to beriberi, this disease. Because see, I am teaching something, and if you ask this doubt, see, I am deviated from the topic. Got it? You can wait. At the end of the class, you can ask me.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, my dear? Yes. Children, don't write all this.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, mute your call. Children, don't write all this. All these are there in your book. Okay, just write beriberi and its deficiency alone. Everybody write that. Write today's date. Write the disease name beriberi and write deficiency of vitamin B1. Symptoms, diet are given in the book. Sai Pratyush, mute your call. Okay, now the next disease is... look at the picture, children. Person affected by this disease beriberi looks like this. Their skin and their muscles will be like this. Now take your index finger, press your arm. Just press the muscles of your arm or press the muscles of your forelimbs, okay? Just press it and see. When you press and when you remove the finger, can you see any hole or any impression there on the muscles? Impression of your index finger? I am not seeing it on my hands. No, right? When you press and when you remove it, your hand will look normal only. But if you have less vitamin B1 in your body and if you are affected with this disease beriberi, then if you press your hand, you will see the impression of it. You will see a small hole formed there. Look at the first picture, children. A person is pressing, the affected person, no? Is pressing his leg. Okay, look at the picture. Because why this happens? Because they have very weak muscles. Okay, skin will be very weak, muscles weak, weight loss. Okay, all these are the symptoms of beriberi. Anbu Selvam, topic is, you already wrote the topic in the last class, some common or some deficiency diseases. In that last class we learnt about 3 diseases. Now we are learning about the 4th one, beriberi. 5th one is scurvy. Scurvy, everybody say it. Scurvy. Scurvy. Okay, how can you remember this deficiency? Vitamin C is the deficiency. Look at the second letter of scurvy. C is there, right? Okay, just remember that. Second letter of scurvy is C. So this is caused due to the deficiency of vitamin C. Scurvy, vitamin C. Symptoms are swollen and bleeding gums. Swollen and bleeding gums. So what all you can have? You can have vegetables and fruits which are rich in vitamin C. So what are the common vegetable and fruits that are rich in vitamin C? Yeah, it's given here. Okay, citrus fruits. Citrus fruits means citrus is an acid. Okay, which has vitamin C in it. Citrus fruits and vegetables like orange. Citrus fruits, what are the citrus fruits, children? Lemon. Okay. And what are the, you know any other citrus fruits? Okay, lemon is very common. If you have lemonade, lemon juices, the lemon is given in the slide itself. Strawberries. Okay, vegetables like orange, lemon, strawberries, amla, tomatoes, potatoes and broccoli are rich in vitamin C. Yes, orange is also rich in vitamin C. Genelia has a doubt. Genelia, yes. Yes, Genelia, what's your doubt, my dear?
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, ma.
Ma'am, what is swollen and bleeding gums?
Yeah, here it is. Look at the picture. Teeth gum. Tooth gum is there, no? The root.
Yes,
yeah, which covers the root of the tooth. There we have that portion is called as gum. Okay, we will have swollen gums and bleeding. Unnecessarily, blood will come out of the gums. Okay, so if you have all the symptoms, that means what? Your body is in need of vitamin C. Okay, then you should have all citrus fruits like lemon, orange, strawberries, amlas, okay, potatoes, tomatoes and broccoli to improve vitamin C in your body. Understood, children? Yes, ma. You can mute your call, Genelia. And also, if you're not brushing your teeth properly, you will have bleeding in the gums. Okay. If vitamin C is not in a sufficient amount in your body, you will have this bleeding gums. And also, if you're not brushing your teeth regularly, you will have this. Okay. Next comes rickets. Okay. In the word cricket, if you remove C, it forms rickets. Rickets. Everybody pronounce the word rickets. Please pronounce it. At the end, I will unmute anyone. I'll ask you to say all the disease names. Rickets. Open your mouth and say it, Anbu Selvam. Rickets. Okay. Aryan, say it. Mustafa. Rickets. Deficiency is vitamin D. You all know where we get vitamin, which helps us to promote vitamin D in our body. Which one? Sunlight. Yeah, that's given there. Before that, we'll look into the symptoms. Symptoms of rickets are soft and weak bones, bow-shaped legs, and weakness. Okay, your bones will become weak. Children, can you relate this to last lesson? Last lesson we learnt about bones, no, skeletal system. In that, food items to take care of bones or food items to keep bones strong. We learnt about all this, right? We should have food that are rich in vitamin D. You remember that? Because it will keep the bones strong. Yes, you remember that, children? We learnt, no, we should have, to keep the bones strong, we should have foods which are rich in vitamin D. We learnt it, right? So, look here, rickets is a disease name. If you are not taking care of your bones properly, your bones will be weak, no. The condition of that weak bones is called rickets. If your bones become weak, then we will name that as a disease and we will name it as rickets. So rickets is caused due to the deficiency of vitamin D, okay, and it will make your bones weak. And what are the diet you should follow to improve it? Milk and milk products, eggs and fish, and very, very important, exposure to sunlight, as it helps in the formation of vitamin D in the body. Exposure to sunlight. That's why I'm telling you, early morning, just go to the terrace or stand in the balcony, let sun rays fall on you. Okay, you should not go in the mid-noon. 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, sunlight is not good for us. Okay, I'm talking about the morning sunlight and also evening. Sunlight your body should get exposed to sunlight. That is very good and very necessary for us to get sunlight, because it will promote vitamin D. Look at the picture, children. Look at the normal people leg and the people who are affected with rickets. Look at their legs. The legs are curved because the bones are not strong. If they are not strong, they cannot be erect. They cannot be firm. They will not be straight. They will start to bend. Yeah, weak bones. Rohan, you need not to write all the diseases in your notebook, my dear. You write only the name and the deficiency alone, because all other points are there in the book. If you keep on writing everything, then you cannot listen to me. Only write the disease name and the deficiency. Okay, now the last one is goiter. Goiter. Everybody pronounce it. Goiter. G-O-I-T-R-E. Goiter. 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 Children, I'm saying like one robo here because I want you to repeat it. Goiter. G-O-I-T-R-E. Goiter. Goiter. Okay, deficiency is iodine. Iodine. It's a mineral. Okay, like iron, iodine is also a mineral. Symptoms are swelling in the neck, poor growth and poor development of body. Poor growth and development of body. Okay. So, what is the diet you should have? You should have iodized salt and seafood. And cheese also. Cheese has fat and iodine in it. But you should not have more cheese. That's not good for your health. So what are the diet you can follow to improve the iodine in your body? You should have iodized salt and seafood. But don't take too much salt. It will lead to other diseases. It is not good for your health. It causes hypertension. Goiter. Okay, now look at the picture. A person who is affected by goiter, their neck looks like this. Look at the picture. Swollen neck. So that's all about deficiency diseases. Now we are moving on to food adulteration. Okay, so I'm going to pick 2% to say all the disease names and its deficiency. Who's that lucky one? Okay, let me call Kiran. And Catherine. Kiran and Catherine, come to the queue. Yes, Kiran is here. Kiran, tell me the first four diseases and its deficiency.
Ma'am, I can't understand, ma'am.
You have to tell me the disease names. First four disease names and its deficiency. Why we get that? Deficiency of what vitamin or what component of food? Tell me the first four diseases names and its deficiency. Let me start. Kwashiorkor. Tell me. That is the first one. Tell me its deficiency. Kiran.
Ma'am.
Yes, Kiran. Tell me at least two names. Two disease names. Why we get Kwashiorkor? Why people are affected by this Kwashiorkor? What deficiency? So Kiran, you're not listening to the class? Okay, look at the screen and tell me. Which component deficiency leads to Kwashiorkor? Okay, he muted his call. Catherine is here. Catherine, can you tell me the first four diseases and the deficiency? Catherine, you can talk now. Yes, Catherine, I want you to tell me the first four diseases and the deficiency of the components.
First in Kwashiorkor.
Ah, very good. Yeah, it is due to the deficiency of
Proteins and carbohydrates.
Carbohydrates, proteins, carbohydrates, and one more. And one more, dear.
Vitamins.
No, fat. Proteins, carbohydrates, and fat. Okay. Now Shruti is waiting in the queue. Thank you, Catherine. Can you say the other three? I asked you to say four. You said first one. What are the other three?
Marasmus.
What is the next disease? Very good, marasmus. That caused due to the deficiency of?
Yes, ma'am.
What, ma?
Marasmus.
Hello? Marasmus is correct. Caused due to the deficiency of what? Look at the screen. Proteins and carbohydrates. Hello?
Ma'am.
Thank you, Catherine. Yes, Catherine. Thank you. Let me ask the other two from Shrutiha. Not Shrutiha. Someone else was waiting. I called out their name. Okay, Shruti. Yes, Shruti. Tell me the other two diseases.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, tell me fast.
Night blindness.
Very good. That caused due to the deficiency of?
Vitamin C.
No, vitamin A.
Marima.
Okay, vitamin A.
Vitamin A.
Okay, Shrutiha, last class I gave you chance, no? So today I will give chance to others, Shrutiha, okay? And thank you, Shruti. Okay, Nitin, tell me, Nitin, what is the next disease that we learned?
Ma'am, beriberi.
Yes, beriberi. That caused due to the deficiency of?
Vitamin B1.
Thank you, Nitin. Very good. Superb. Johanna, yes, tell me the next disease name. Johanna.
Ma'am,
Yeah,
scurvy.
scurvy.
Okay, ma'am. Scurvy due to the deficiency of vitamin C, ma'am.
Deficiency.
Deficiency due to the cause of
Yeah. Repeat it. Deficiency.
deficiency.
Vitamin.
Vitamin C, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Ashmita is waiting. Ashmita, tell me the next disease and deficiency.
Scurvy, ma'am.
Scurvy is over. Next.
Rickets.
Deficiency.
Of vitamin D.
D. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Ashmita. Sai Shita, tell me the next disease name, the last one. Sai Shita.
Ma'am.
Tell me the last disease that we learned. Goiter. Goiter. Okay. Deficiency.
Iodine.
What is it? Yes. Thank you. Iodine. Okay. And children, next class, ma'am will ask the symptoms and diet also. Okay. Now we'll start with food adulteration. Everybody say the word food adulteration. Food adulteration. Others, I can see few more people. Anbu Selvam, Vaishali and Arna waiting in the queue. Children, ma'am, next question, I'll give chance for you. Okay. Iodine is a mineral. Genilia, iodine is a mineral. Like iron, iodine is a mineral. Food adulteration. Yeah, write this paragraph alone in the notebook. Food adulteration refers to the action of making food or drink impure and unsafe by adding unwanted substance to it. Write this, ma'am will explain about this. Write this small definition in the notebook about food adulteration. Write fast. Write fast. Very good, Purvi and Arna. They finished it. Fast, fast. Okay, Dheeraj. Good job. Sai Pratish, good job. Okay, children, listen to me. Food adulteration refers to the action of making food or drink impure and unsafe. People are making the food items, the vegetables, fruits, and also juices. They are adding some impurity and unsafe materials to the food, children, and they are making it. Okay, they are making it not good, or they are making it fake. Okay, they are adding some impurities to it. Okay, so this process is called food adulteration. We will learn why they are doing it and what are the materials they are adding in the food items. Okay, I will teach you about all this, but just be clear with food adulteration. Food adulteration refers to the action of making food or drink unsafe, okay, or making it impure and unsafe by adding unwanted substance. Everybody, I want you to say this. Everybody say it without, try to say it without seeing. Food adulteration refers to what? It refers to some action of making food or drink impure and unsafe. How they are making impure and unsafe? By adding unwanted substance. By adding unwanted substance. Who is ready to tell this without seeing it? Type it in the chat box. Who's ready to say this without seeing? Very good. Nitin, Vaishali, Faris. Who can say this? Ashmita can say it. You should not see it. Food adulteration refers to that. You can say it in your own words also. Yeah, Vaishali, Johanna. What about others, children? It's very easy, no? It refers to the action, some action. What is that action? Action of making food impure and unsafe. How they are making it impure and unsafe? By adding unwanted substance. Very good, children. I saw all your messages. And Kiran, are you listening to the class, Kiran? Please listen to the class, because you're not answering me. Okay, what is adulterant? They are adding some substance, no, to the food. That substance we call them as adulterant. Adulterant. Okay. And by doing food adulteration, people are decreasing the quality of food and also lowers its nutritional content. It lowers its nutritional content. So, for example, carrot is rich in vitamin A. If people add some injection of, if they are adding some chemical or if they are doing something, some adulterant to it, and if they are making the carrot an impure and unsafe one, you will not have vitamin A when you have that carrot. That's what they are saying. It will decreases the quality of food. Okay, and it lowers its nutritional content. Any substance that decreases the purity and quality of food is called an adulterant. Write the second point in your notebook fast. What is adulterant? You should write this answer only. Write the second point. Any substance that decreases the purity and quality of food is called an adulterant. Write the second point alone. Finished? Very good. Okay, we will learn about the reasons for adulteration. Okay, with this we'll finish today's class. Okay, my dear. Okay, why people are doing this food adulteration? Why they need to do this actually? Okay, what is the need for people to spoil the food? Because to increase the quantity of food. Children, quality is different from quantity. Quality is how good the food is, or how healthy the food items which we have. That is quality. Quantity is numbers. Okay, so to increase the quantity, okay, few people are writing this. Yes, children, for few people who are still writing, I'm showing you the previous slide. Write it fast. Raha, what happened, Raha? Why did you join late, my dear? And why are you not joining to the class regularly? Why you don't like to attend? Okay, at the end of the class, kindly stay back and talk with me, okay? Please don't leave. Stay back and we'll talk. So children, listen. Any substance that decreases the purity and quality of food is called an adulterant. I hope you finished writing this. Next, reasons for food adulteration. There are three major reasons. First one, to increase the quantity of food. Okay, to increase the numbers. Okay, and third point, to make more profit by selling the adulterated food. To make more profit, they need to get more money. Okay, if the quantity increases, okay, they can sell it to many people and they can have more money, no? To make more profit by selling the adulterated food, to make more attractive to the buyers. For example, if you take a normal brinjal, it will be of small size only. But what people are doing, they're adding some adulterant to it and they're making it to look big. When it's bigger, we will get for 1 kg we will get only less brinjals only, but we will pay them more because the size increases, the weight will also increase. So for 1 kg we will have only 2 to 3 and they will get more money. Okay, they are increasing the size by adding adulteration and they are increasing the quantity of food. Okay, for what? So what is the first reason? To increase the quantity. Okay, second reason, they can make more profit by selling the adulterated food. Third one, to make more attractive to the buyers. If you take apple, they will apply wax to the apple. Have you heard of this? They will apply wax to the outer surface of the apple. Have you heard of this? That's why we used to remove the skin of the apple when we have it. I used to do that. I used to remove the skin of the apple, or else I will wash the apple in hot water for the wax to get melted. Once either I'll wash the apple with hot water or I'll remove the skin of the apple. Because they used to apply wax, children. Why they are applying wax? So that it will look attractive. So that when Ananjan goes to the shop, he will ask his mother, Mom, apple looks so very shiny, Mom. I look like eating it. Please buy it. It looks attractive to the buyers. That's why they are applying wax. It will be very shiny, smooth. So when we look at the apple itself, we feel like taking and having it. So these are the three major reasons for food adulteration. Understood? Okay. Okay, children. With this, we'll finish today's class. So today we learnt about few deficiency diseases. They are beriberi, scurvy, rickets, goiter, and we learnt about food adulteration and what is an adulterant and the reason for adulteration. Okay, next class, don't write this. Okay, ma'am will share the PPT and this is there in your book also. So when I give question answers, that time I will include this question and answer. Don't write this, okay? And next class, we have only small topic left out, or that is only 4 lines, 5 lines. Next class, we are going to take few food items as an example and we will learn what are the adulterant they are adding to it. For example, if you take milk, they will add water, detergent and chalk to the milk. So we will take only few food items and we will learn what are the adulterant they are adding to it to make it impure, attractive. With that, the lesson will be over. So next class, ma'am will discuss this and I will start fourth lesson. That means the next lesson, pollination. Today you have homework period, children. So in homework period, we will do a book back exercise of this lesson. Understood? Thank you, children.